What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Warren Thompson, and today is one of the best days ever. I'm sure everybody has heard by now, and if you haven't, I am happy to be the first one to tell you. Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman have confirmed that Hugh Jackman is returning as Wolverine in Deadpool 3. We are getting Wolverine in the MCU, and it is the one and only Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. This is incredible. I know everybody is losing their minds right now. A lot of people did not want a new Wolverine in the MCU, so it's just amazing that we are getting Hugh Jackman, the Wolverine, in the MCU, but in a movie with one of his best friends, Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool. I mean, this is what we all dreamed of. We never actually saw it in a Deadpool film. We don't count that X-Men Origins Wolverine film. I mean, I'm just on cloud nine right now. I'm sure everybody else is. And the best part is that it came from Ryan Reynolds. It came from this video that Ryan Reynolds released. Here it is if you haven't seen it. And if you have, watch it again. Here we go.
Hey everyone, we're extremely sad to have missed D23, but we've been working very hard on the next Deadpool film for a good long while now.
I've had to really search my soul on this one.
His first appearance in the MCU obviously needs to feel special. We need to stay true to the character, find new depth, new motivation, new meaning.
Every Deadpool needs to stand out and stand apart. It's been an incredible challenge that has forced me to reach down deep inside.
And I have nothing. Yeah, just completely empty up here and terrifying. But we did have one idea. Hey Hugh, you want to play Wolverine one more time?
Yeah, sure, Ryan.
I love how they did this. I love how casual they made it because everybody knows. They know that it's a huge deal, that this is some of the biggest news of all time to us Marvel fans. And I know it means a ton to both Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman has actually stated plenty of times that he wished he could have been a part of the MCU. That is his regret, not being a part of the Avengers, interacting with them, being in the universe where everything is connected. Now, Hugh Jackman actually gets to live that. He gets to have no regrets when he finally does hang up that mantle of Wolverine, but it is not happening today as we get Deadpool 3, September 6th of 2024. And just as we suspected, we were all thinking Deadpool 3 could be that first film to kick off Phase 6, and now it is. Unless this film does not take the fall of 2024 untitled slot, which I'm sure it does, but if it doesn't, then there's going to be another film. But I'm pretty sure it does. So Deadpool 3 is going to kick off Phase 6 of the MCU, and what a way to kick off that phase with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Now, here's a big question a lot of people have already been asking. The question of, is Hugh Jackman going to permanently be playing Wolverine in the MCU? And of course, I cannot speak for Hugh Jackman, and we do not know the answer. However, if I were to guess, and I really hope for this, I would assume that he is going to be playing Wolverine until Secret Wars. I think this might actually confirm kind of a big X-Men rumor report that has been going around. The report was that Deadpool was going to be coming to the MCU. Of course, he's coming from the Fox universe, but the rumor and report was that he's going to be bringing some X-Men with him. Well, they did just confirm that he is going to be bringing at least one major X-Men with him to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Wolverine. And this kind of backs up the theory that I had before that Marvel Studios is not going to really get fully into the new MCU mutants, the new characters that are going to be coming, until after Secret Wars. They're going to dive into it a little bit before and during Secret Wars, but I don't think we're getting our actual X-Men team with the new characters until Phase 7, which I'm fine with. Honestly, I'm so excited right now. I don't need any X-Men in the MCU till Phase 7 because we have Hugh Jackman coming to the MCU in Phase 6. I mean, this is the dream. What I love about this video that Ryan Reynolds released is that it's true Ryan Reynolds style. You can tell that he's obviously being funny and he's being sarcastic, but also it's actually very genuine because we know that Ryan Reynolds himself personally has been working on the script for about 3 years now, maybe even more. And he actually stresses in this video that it's going to be his first appearance in the MCU. It needs to be special. And then he says that each Deadpool film needs to stand on its own. He says it needs to stand out and stand apart. And as he says that, of course, in true Ryan Reynolds fashion, as he says it, he's pouring a drink of Aviation Gin, the gin company that he owns, into a Deadpool mug. Love him so much. Shameless advertising, and I love it. But he says that it forced him to reach down deep inside, and we see him sitting on the toilet, reading what I assume is probably a Deadpool comic. I can't really make it out, it's not very clear. But if I know Ryan Reynolds, that is probably a Deadpool comic, and we see him in a suit that could be a new suit, but also kind of looks like the suit from Deadpool 2. It probably is the suit from Deadpool 2 because Deadpool 3 hasn't started filming yet, so no huge reveal here. But I just love here how Ryan Reynolds is talking about all this soul searching to make Deadpool 3 a standout film and for it to be amazing, and it's now in the MCU. And then he says, and I've got nothing. So he almost makes it not like a cheap shot, but he almost makes it like a cop-out, like, yeah, let's just throw Wolverine in there. That's what everybody wants. That's what's going to make this movie absolutely incredible. Everybody's going to talk about this forever. It's going to be the best thing. And he plays it off like it's this easy move. Like, hey, yeah, let me just get my best friend, Hugh Jackman, who plays Wolverine, to pick up the mantle again. Look, he's right there in the background. We're chilling at the same house right now. It's no big deal at all. I love how he does that. And I love how people have been asking Hugh Jackman for years if he would come back as Wolverine, and he's been saying no. He's been saying that he's done. He's put that character to the side. Him and Patrick Stewart actually said the same thing about their characters. They said in Logan, they both said goodbye to their characters. When their characters died in Logan, that was it for them. They said bye. And they didn't want to do anything else because they didn't want to undo that story arc for their characters. However, we are now in the multiverse and a lot is possible. We just saw Professor Xavier, played by Patrick Stewart, in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And of course, it was a different Patrick Stewart, so it didn't undo anything. Now, the only question is, which timeline is this Hugh Jackman going to be taken from? It seemed like the timeline that Deadpool was in Deadpool 2, since he was at the X Mansion with the X-Men, who we'll call the First Class X-Men. Depending on how the timeline kind of works in the Fox universe, however you want to follow it, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine could actually be alive at that time, so maybe it is going to be pretty similar to the Hugh Jackman that we know and that we've seen throughout all of the X-Men films from Fox. And again, he's going to be in Deadpool 3, but I would not be surprised in the slightest if he stuck around for Avengers Secret Wars, and we saw him and some variants of him and maybe some other actors playing Wolverine as well, maybe the new Wolverine. However, I don't really think they're going to introduce a new Wolverine for a while, and that's why I kind of think that this move is pretty brilliant, and everybody at Marvel Studios was probably really on board because Hugh Jackman is iconic as Wolverine. We all know that. So replacing him is going to be incredibly hard. They probably don't want to do that for a while. So just have him come back and be in a movie with his best friend, Ryan Reynolds. It's so perfect. It's so exciting. I'm just on cloud nine right now. I'm sure you all are as well, but let me know how excited you are in the comments down below. Let me know your thoughts, what you want to see from Deadpool 3 and what you want to see from Hugh Jackman as Wolverine in the MCU. And of course, be sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date on Deadpool 3, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, and all the other MCU news. Don't forget to like the video, and for live updates, you can always catch me on Instagram and Twitter. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.